Welcome everyone to ChiroSecure's Facebook Live. I am delighted to be with you. I'm Dr. Sherry McAllister, the president of the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress. It has not been easy times for all of us, and especially being in practice and wanting to reach out to your patients and really get them to know what you're about and supporting your practice in engaging your community. Well, today, with no exception, is going to be a day that we're going to teach you the best practices on social media using Facebook advertising 101, how to place ads and support your practice. That's going to be the key focus for today. As we go through, as always, I want to make sure that we take a moment to thank the foundation's proud corporate sponsors. It is because of these sponsors like ChiroSecure that we are giving these opportunities to educate the public about chiropractic care. As we go through, what are we going to cover today? Well, buckle up. We've got a lot to do. And we want to focus on Facebook ads best practices, along with sample ads, campaigns that will help you grow your practice. These are different times, different measures, different opportunities. So as we go along, make sure that you feel comfortable with what's going to be right for your practice, because the community that you're involved in needs to know about you, what your expert opinions are, and how you're going to be enhancing health using chiropractic care. As we go through, we want to really get an idea of some of the ads that can be placed on a Facebook page. When placing Facebook ads, there are a couple of different options to optimize your success. You can either create a Facebook ad from a post on your Facebook, which is called a boosted post. This is taking the social media post and boosting it to a select audience. So in this case, you're taking pre-existing content that you may have already shared that had a high number of clicks, and then you're going to share it again, spreading it to increase further visibility. Next up is creating an ad using Ads Manager, which is the tool to create ads in Facebook. In this case, you'll create an ad from scratch and insert all of the information you'd like to display. Next, if you didn't already know, Facebook owns Instagram. There are opportunities to advertise on both platforms. And if you didn't already know, this is one of the things that you can do fairly easily with Ads Manager on Facebook. You can also add Instagram ads through this program. So a lot of interesting things for you to start to focus on as you start to build your opportunities for the practice. Now, let's talk about the advertising checklist. It's getting organized. It's being able to feel confident with what you want to put out there on your advertising for Facebook. Here is a new advertising checklist created by the Facebook Business Center. First up, you want to learn about the advertising policies. These are guidelines about which ads are acceptable or unacceptable on the site. When advertisers place their ad order, the ads are reviewed and approved or denied based on the policies provided. So, most important thing is you actually have to know the rules of the game so you can play it well. For example, at the foundation, we had previously submitted a Facebook ad and it was denied. So don't get surprised if it does get denied. We were denied too. Why were we denied? Because we actually had too much copy in the graphic. So it's something to pay attention to, and you'll be notified. We just needed to revise that graphic to eliminate the text, and then we resubmitted, and then the ad was accepted. So lessons learned, right? We all learn together. Once you understand the do's and the don'ts of Facebook ad policy, you can choose your objective. You can decide if you would like to more page likes, or you maybe want to have the specific information that you're about to reach out to your members really drive to your website. And that's another piece of it, is you have to decide what's going to be the best case scenario for your practice. With the foundation, our call to action 99% of the time is our national Find a Doctor directory, which includes all of our doctor members' information. Now, listen, if you're not part of the foundation, just a small little plug here, this is the best time forever to be part of the foundation, because one of the key things is we're doing national ad campaigns through Google and Instagram. We have you covered from a national level to help find you. When we get to the 2020 Olympics, we're going to do the Find a Doctor again. So 215 million people want to find you. And when they see the ad that's going to play 5 times during the Olympics, they're going to come to our Find a Doctor site. And listen, 7 million people go to vitals.com. They get directed right to the foundation's Find a Doctor site. 8 million people WebMD, Find a Doctor site. Collaborating with American Academy of Spinal Physicians, they're coming to our Find a Doctor site. So help us help you by being part of our Find a Doctor listening. So when the consumers click the directory link, they actually can find you. After choosing your objective, you need to choose your ad format. This is typically called your ad creative. Our team usually decides on a subject matter or topic first, then builds out a headline that creates the ad copy. This is the formula we use, and it's been fairly successful to date, and you can choose what's going to be right for you. But once you decide your objective and you choose your ad format, you need to select an audience. The target audience will most definitely be based on the ad's objective and your copy points that are included. For example, if we placed an ad focused on the benefits of chiropractic and pregnancy, we can narrow down our own audience by age and gender. Facebook allows you to pretty much specifically to drive into your demographics that you'll like to reach, and it will provide you with estimated stats. So that's another way that you can start to utilize the demographics for your objective. Now, here's one specifically. This is choosing your placement. Actually, I'm just going to go back for just a second. Once you understand you're choosing your audience and you're getting right down to the estimated stats, I want you then to start thinking about our next advertiser checklist. When you're choosing your placement, there are different ways you can create ads on Facebook. And if this is your first time, I would start by actually boosting a post. And that's a nice way to do it because you already kind of have an idea of what's going on in that post. You can do this, go back to one of your previously boosted posts, and then track its activity. Here's a snapshot of a new post that has reached over 2,000 people. And to boost that post, all you do is click Boost Post to reach more people. After you click this, it will be super easy. You just walk through the steps we just covered in the new advertising checklist. Here is a Facebook ad snapshot of a successful ad from Lumosity. Their company's goal was lead generations. So in this instant, they created a brain health game that is compelling and allows the company to capture information. By declaring the test only takes 10 minutes. They lessen the act of the ad so it appears easy for the user and makes them more inclined to click. This post received a good amount of shares and likes, and this might spark an interest to you to showcase a similar game or quiz to patients in your particular area. Another positive to engaging the user is to click to receive results is actually click on some quizzes. So the company's benefits for tracking the info and the user's benefits from learning something new about their own personalized brain training. So it's a win-win. That's one of the keys to advertising for your clinic is you want this to be a win-win for everybody. You want your community to see what you're all about, but you also have that opportunity to capture their information and be able to engage with them in another way. Here is one of the top performing posts on Facebook brought to you by Muscle and Fitness. While Think Before You Bench is the main body of the ad, has an element of danger complemented by the subject's bright red shirt. It's more about creating a sense of suspense about the advice in this article. This actually entices people to want to click on it, especially their target audience, as they're focused on muscle and fitness. And this ad showcases the 10 worst bench press mistakes, which is a very common exercise in the gym. With nearly 10,000 likes and 1,000 shares on Facebook, this article gained exposure for a very low cost. And it's helpful reminder that when you're using content to advertise your product on Facebook, you should think about creating something people will actually want to read and share to build further momentum. That's trying to place yourself in your patient's shoes. Nothing's worse than trying to tell something to someone and they don't care. So we want to be able to really think about our audience, especially during COVID, because this is a very special and unique time that we're all going through. And trust me when I say this, the audience that I've reached have all sorts of things going on in their life, depression being one of them. And we're seeing depression levels go up. We're in right now September Drug-Free Pain Management Awareness Month. So we want to make sure that we're touching our audience with some of the stats. But please, when you do post your particular ad, really think about your audience, think about the time that you're engaging with them. One of the goals post engagement, go back to the types of Facebook ads you can place. Here's an example of a boosted post on Facebook. This is when a post you share is performing well and you'd like to give it an extra boost to pick up and choose. So you'll be able to choose your key audience here. Next, for a small budget, we boosted this post as a test and reached out over to 10,000 people with the message of optimize health and well-being with chiropractic. And you can start clicking on the links, obviously bringing you back to our Find a Doctor page, having a chiropractor near you. So looking through some of these, here is another type of Facebook and Instagram ad the foundation recently placed. With the pandemic, we focused less on print and have been full speed ahead with our digital placements. While these two images actually may look the same, the one on the left is sized for Instagram and the one on the right is specifically for Facebook. Now, the goal of both ads on both platforms was to get more website visitors. Remember, we're talking about the objective for your clinic. Here we wanted more website visitors, specifically to the Find a Doctor directory. Both ads ran for about 30 days and reached over 600,000 people. That's an impressive goal, but remember, we're doing this nationwide. And so what you do in your clinic, in your community may not have the numbers that we're getting, but listen, you want to look at the cost per click because that's very important when you're testing and measuring your ads. Every platform is different. For example, if you placed a Google ad, you can expect a higher cost per click, otherwise known as a CPC. Facebook has a cheaper cost per click than many other online advertising platforms. So it's a good bargain for your dollar. To figure out the design specifications or the quote unquote specs for each platform, as you can see, they are different sizes. You can either work with a graphic designer if you have one, or if you're interested in crafting your own, you can try some free ones. Go to Canva, also, or PicMonkey will be platforms that will help you build your own. They have categories and you can actually select the Facebook post so the graphic size aligns with your particular platform. So stay with me. We're now going on to test and measure. If you are just testing out or have been doing this for a long time, the best advice I can give you is test and then measure. Review all the analytics provided and decide based on your initial objective if the reach, the lead generation, and the impressions created the visibility you planned for, or in some cases did not plan for. The ad itself has a huge impact on your reach too. Before you dive in and place a Facebook ad, check out Facebook's Insight tab and see what posts of yours are performing well. And that may actually give you more information on your next steps. I would suggest picking a top performing post and boosting it to gauge if you're reaching your audience effectively. Within 24 hours of placing a 15-second video ad on Google, the foundation received 2,500 views on our YouTube channel. Now we're almost up to 10,000 and counting. The Google campaign will run for 30 days in the second week of October. So we're looking forward to seeing the results after that, after our one day, and we're reaching so many different individuals. We also placed the 15-second video ad on Facebook nationally for 5 days. Now, video ads capture the attention of your audience better. And we talked about this in other Facebook Live classes, but the video ads do capture the audience better than any type of ad. So we're also testing this approach on this platform. We created the ad in the Facebook Ads Manager option from scratch, and it leads back to our what? That's right, our Find a Doctor directory. So we're anticipating a high number of clicks for a very inexpensive price, and we're building awareness of chiropractic across the country. Now, if everybody on Facebook is doing this as a chiropractor, imagine the impact we're having with our communities on an epic scale. So we just need to engage. Now, I want to show you the 15-second video ad, which was originally presented, and we trimmed it down. It was originally the 30-second. We trimmed it down to 15 seconds for the advertisement on both Facebook and Google. Here is the 30-second version of it.
Doctor of
Health optimizing.
No drugs needed.
Feeling fantastic.
Chiropractic.
Optimize your health with drug-free chiropractic care. To find a doctor of chiropractic, visit www.f4cp.org/findadoctor.
Now, remember that ad is going to be available to you to start placing on your own website. You could do it in a newsletter. There's so many ways to use an ad and just doing your own social media posts. These are beautiful ways to connect. So as you can see here, what are the best practices? So one of the key pieces when we start talking about best practices in closing is really to target your audience effectively. Make sure your ad is relevant. No one wants to see stuff that doesn't make their life better, especially during COVID. So make sure it's relevant to your community. Then I want to make sure that you have an inspiring, intriguing visuals and that the visual component aligns with your copy points. It is not listed here, but when creating your ad, ensure it also reflects your brand. Your practice logo should be included and the color schemes should align as well. And that's part of your branding, a very specific campaign that you're working on. You need it to work in your branding. Now, number 5, value proposition. This tells the reader why they should click on your ad to learn more. This should be believable and showcase why the viewer should click on the ad to view your call to action. That call to action, remember, if you don't have one, this viewer has no idea what to do. The call to action should encourage people to click on your ad. So remember, you want to think this through carefully on what you want your viewers to do. They want to be in your office because you're the best doctor in the community, and the call to action is going to bring them in. So think this through carefully as your best practices for Facebook. A clear call to action makes all the difference in the world. If you want to learn more from Facebook itself, Facebook actually has a section focused on Facebook for business and advertising insights. There are frequently asked questions, and there's tools for you to develop effective advertisements as you navigate the Facebook ads platform. As we wrap up today, I want to offer a complimentary ebook because you've been so good to the foundation. We want to make sure you get this ebook today. If you join the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress, remember, your money does not stop with our ads. It begins with us being able to reach nationwide an audience that has not heard about chiropractic, and they're going to hear about it through our ads. They're going to hear about it through our infographics, our ebooks, and our white papers. So this one particular is called Chiropractic Care, an effective drug-free first-line approach to pain. And we just launched it this month in honor, as I had mentioned earlier, through the drug-free September marketing campaign. We want to talk about drug-free pain management awareness month on so many levels because people are suffering in chronic pain. 50 million of them are suffering in chronic pain around the nation. And we have to have chiropractic at the table, especially when we're talking about opioid abuse, misuse, or simple use, and all of the effects that come in with it. So use this particular white paper to add to your newsletter or just post it on your Facebook site to talk about helping those that are in chronic pain. It's a first line approach for chiropractic to be there for the patients, and we do a fantastic job on many levels for this. So, as always, I want to thank you for being with me on this ChiroSecure Facebook Live. I hope you'll join me next month. As always, they'll have another Facebook Live this time next Tuesday. Please do join them, Facebook Live with ChiroSecure. All the very best. Look forward to seeing all of you back here with ChiroSecure on our Facebook Live next month.